NVIDIA is an AI imaging tool that can help architects rapidly preview and prototype drawings, sketches, and renderings. In this video, I'm going to show you how a SketchUp style drawing can be turned into quick renderings for pre-visualization using NVIDIA. So the first thing that we want to do is actually look at something that you would have potentially like something like this house, and we want to start visualizing it rapidly, and we also want to visualize it in a couple of different locations. So that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to do this in stages, and the first thing to do is generate a good image, a rendered image of the house that we have in SketchUp. So we're going to come over here to our create area, and then we're going to go to 3D based to render. So it's designed to try and take inputs from different types of 3D sources. They're bitmaps, they're images that you've captured from your 3D program. In this case, it'll be SketchUp. So we'll just take that and we're going to drag it over here. And then we just want to give it a description. Now, I'm going to give you a really interesting clue here. You could sit here for a while and type in a description, but you see there's a prompt assistant here. If you click that, it's actually going to scan the image and it's going to sort of figure out what it is that it's seeing, and that can actually be a very good starting place for a description. So typically what I will do is I'll take that and then I'll go through and break it up and refine it to produce the final prompt, which was just based off prompt assistant. So then we come over here and we say generate. So there we go. In just one generation, it generated something really usable. Now, before we go on and we want to actually put this into a different type of landscape, we want to actually increase the resolution. This is about 1500 pixels wide, and I think it's always a good idea to generate a higher resolution version. So I'm going to come up and go to image upscale and enhance. And I'm just going to do 2K. Believe it or not, that's actually going to be generally sufficient for what we need. Even just adding this extra 500 pixels. I want to increase the image strength because I wanted to honor the existing design and materials that we have. I don't want the textures to be too strong, so I'm going to take that down and then we'll generate. Now what I want to do, it's finished generating my 2K image. I want to take this and download it. I want to remove everything but the house. So I just want to isolate that. And I'm going to do that in an image editor because it's just going to be easiest and quickest to do it there. I'm going to use Photoshop. You could use Affinity or whatever you want. So I've just removed the background and I'm just going to resave this as a JPEG image. This will make it so much easier for the AI system to figure out what we're going to do. Okay, so now what we do, now that we've gotten that generated and I went into Photoshop and I masked it, we're going to come over to image to render. And this one is really interesting. It's designed to take existing images. Let's clear everything here and operate on existing images. Now, don't worry, it's retained the original generation that we had right here. Just ignore that. We're going to come over here and focus on this area. So let's take a plot of land that I have. So let's say that we've got this photograph of an area that's in development and we want to test what our home is going to look like in the area where the home is eventually going to be built. So we take that plot of land and we drag it up here into the main area. Now we just need to drag in the actual house that we want to go on there. So I'm going to drag in the house image. And there we see it. So now we just need to put our prompt in. Place the reference image, a house, onto the dirt plot of the land. The house is rotated to face the road on the left. Grass and a few bushes and shrubs are around the house. The house's perspective matches the main image. A concrete driveway goes to the right side of the house. So give it as much description as you think you need to, and then we will generate. And there we go. Now, it's also done something in this first iteration. It's also kind of changed the road here. So let's go ahead and do a couple of iterations and just see what it gives us. We can always go back to this one if we want, but let's go ahead and just do a couple more generations. So there's another iteration. Let's do one more. And there we go. I actually think that works pretty well. It retained the road this time, which is pretty good. So If you were done and you wanted to just use this, then you would again just come up here and either download it or go to upscale in order to generate like a 4K version of this. But let's go ahead and take a look at what this would be like in another setting. I want to switch out the main image up here for a different one. Here's an image. We'll just call this like a backplate. Let's say that we want to have a house down here in this grassy area next to the lake. Let's go ahead and drag this in as the main base image. And then let's replace the prompt. The house sits amongst the trees down near the lake. The house is rotated so the front of the house is facing the lake. And then let's generate. And there we go. So that's pretty cool. You could do a couple of generations and just see what it does for us. But let's go ahead and try another scenario where I can show you another interesting thing that you can do here. So I'm going to again remove that image, and you can see we're still retaining our house image. But what I've done is I've got another image here of another plot of land. And I've kind of drawn in exactly where I want the house to go. So let's go ahead and drop this in as our main base image. So let's replace again our prompt. The house sits in the dirt area on the right side of the image that's marked by the white square, rotated somewhat to face the road. The perspective and lighting match the background image. The driveway goes to the front of the house to the dirt road. Remove the white drawn box for the final image. And then let's generate. Now you can see it's matched the lighting, but it's kind of right on the road and we don't want that. So let's come over and generate another one, but I'm going to add another prompt. The front yard has green grass and bushes so that it'll provide some contrast for this sort of arid environment that we're in. And let's generate another one. So this is very common. You'll go through a couple of iterations until you get just the right one that works for us. And there we go. So this is a really good tool. Let's say that you're like a realtor and you're wanting to test out, or an architect and you're wanting to test out houses in different locations with the backplate. This is a great way to do something like that. Let's take a look at another example. We still have our house image, and I've got another image that I'm thinking I'd like to maybe put the house here to visualize what potentially this plot of land could look like with this house. So we're going to drag that into our base image, and then we'll put a prompt in. The reference image house is on the land between the trees in the background and the walking path. The house is rotated to face the right side of the image. There's green grass in the front yard of the house. And then we just generate. Okay, so here's another one that's kind of transformed to show us a potential. Let's generate one more. And there we go. I think I like this one the best. And so this is why it's important to do multiple iterations to kind of dial in the exact one that you want.